Hi guys, and welcome back to an LD Modern texture pack update. Now it's been ages. I've just had to take a break from the pack. It's just a difficult thing, texturing. It's a weird thing. So what goodies have I got? I've got a couple new blocks, obviously. I've tried to do a couple new blocks. Obviously we had the moss stone before. What I've tried to do is just mess around with this. Instead of having a block around it, I've tried to make it so that when it kind of tiles a bit better. There's still this black line here, which is a little bit too thick. I think it needs more shading. I'm going to play around with it even more, but tell me if you think that's better or if you prefer basically the line around it like we had before. But I think for a pavement especially, if I do this, this works a lot better. It looks a lot more tiled, and I think just works, quite nicely. So I've done that. Obviously that's all in colours and all in the cobblestone walls and all that kind of stuff. We've got some redstone now. This is really weird. I made this like black. Honestly, I made this black and it comes out weird. No matter what goes red. So I don't know how to actually change it. But we've got some redstone. It doesn't look great, but you can actually use this for some stripes. And I've got an example of it later on, which I'll show you guys, which will be quite good. What I've also done is I've redone the stone brick. I've made it... I've not really redone it. I've 3D-ified it. I've made it more 3D. And it really does look a lot more 3D. So here we go. What we've got, now, it just pops a little bit better. And same with the stairs as well. Obviously they're all worked in. Also with the mossy as well, we got quite dark now. I might make the white on that a little bit different, but I kind of want it the same as this. So at least your accents work really well. Obviously, as with this, if you do the 8 clicks thing, you'll get the dark ones, and that all matches. Same with these as well. All of these are all different. Love how the Zarius one's there. There we go. So we've got all of those ones. I think I added the Assassin's Creed one at some point. But I think that's quite interesting. I've got all of those in there. Can actually put those up there. We've got a different chiseled brick now. Okay. So the top texture is quite dark and a bit too shaded, I think, at the minute. So I'm going to be changing that at some point just to make it a little bit more like this. I kind of want to have it so that this is the... Like this one joins all around. I want to have it like a darker version of that, possibly. But the important thing about it is that it's a pillar, so it's pretty cool. There you go. So when you actually join it, it'll go up and stuff. And you can do some pretty cool stuff with it like that. There you go. You can kind of see how that works and how that's going to play in and be interesting. To make slightly different archways or doorways. There is this line in it at the minute, which I'm messing around with, so I'll get rid of that soonish. It's just a tiny little bit of a tiling issue, so... It was mainly like a test to get this working. But there you go. You can do a lot of stuff with that. I think that's going to be a lot more useful with that. And I think definitely we can get that. The darker one will work a little bit better with it, maybe. Obviously, we've still got this one. There's another one here. And we've also got that one. This one will have something in it. You guys can decide. I was going to redo the sandstone. I didn't end up doing it. It didn't quite work. But I have redone the smooth sandstone. I think this looks tons better. I absolutely love this one. So look at that. That kind of works for walls and things like that. I just think it works really, really nicely. I think it's brilliant. It's awesome. Next one we've got is a bowling alley sign. So this obviously is for a bowling alley. Which one is it? It's 82:2, and it's the zoo one, if you see that there. I can't remember what the actual biome. I think it's, there you go, Savannah biome. So that'll give you the bowling alley one. I think that works really nicely. So, of course, I've started to separate those out into biomes, which is going to be messy at some point, but I think that one works really well. Very clear and everything. And the next thing I've got is the bowling balls, which is basically the sports net, which is, what is that? I can't even remember now. It is, there we go, 30:4 in, and biome-wise, there we go, Tiger Hills and Tiger biomes, all of those type biomes, you will now get variations. There's a lot of variation in there. I think I'm showing them all at the minute. I'm not sure. There might be some missing. Next stuff that we got some biome-specific anvils. So this one is, of course, forest. So forest will give you a nice wood. This one I really like. I really like the look of the wood one. I think it just works. It's spruce. It's basically made of the spruce one. So I think it works really well. It does tile, if you actually get it right. Or it should tile. It doesn't seem to tile right. I don't know. I'll have a mess around with that at some point. I think it does tile on the top, or... That one doesn't seem to be for some reason. I don't know. It does. It's fine. So yeah, we've got that one. We've also got a hopper. Now, hopper, I cannot change this bottom bit. I don't know why. But that's a forest version of it instead of that one. So that's the normal one. That's your new one. So that can be like a weird I don't know what you can use that for. Possibly a table. You might be able to use that for a table with or alongside the other one, you know, like these. That might be quite interesting to have those as that, possibly. If you guys have any other ideas for those as well, biome-wise, but that's also forest. We've also got the end portal in forest as well. That looks really weird. That's for some reason darker. I don't know what's going on there. Don't ask. That's very strange. Does anyone know? No? There we go. We get that. You can get an end portal one. It's just basically a solid wood one, with this little bit here. The idea of this... Okay, I'll show you guys. So what we can do, obviously, we've now got the brown carpet, which will give you, you know, a tabletop. You can obviously have that floating now, just normal. Or if you actually use this, you can use that there like that as like a holder. So it can make some pretty fancy tables. It's just something different, really. But as you can see, that looks pretty cool, I think. So that's going to make some very, very fancy bars. It's just a little bit of a design thing. Maybe I'll do a white one as well if you guys want a quartz one. But we will have this wood bit, because what I've done is, to make the plant pot look better, I put in this wood bit here. And then obviously you can put your... Oh, if I can actually get them. You can then put your plants on top. And I think that looks a lot better. It looks more realistic. I can't change that bit unless I change it on all of them. So maybe I can go for a darker wood or something like that. But that's all I've got for this kind of texture pack update. Don't know what I'm going to do next. I've got loads and loads of suggestions. One of the ones that you guys want or seem to want is from this protest is glass doors. Now, which one do you want, guys? Do you want the wooden doors to be glass or the iron doors? Because I know that you want it to be on both sides, so it's up to you which one instead of doing biome doors. I know that you guys have got lots and lots of suggestions as well. The metafactory, if I can get it in, there we go. The metafactory is now completely full of suggestions. So yeah, that's gonna be a nightmare. There you go. You can see all of these suggestions. So there's tons and tons and tons. But yeah, it's really cool. It's a really, really good idea, I think. I don't know what I'll be doing next, but we'll see. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. If you have, come on, like, subscribe. Also tell me what you guys think, wooden or the iron door. Also tell me any suggestions that you want for the pack. I'm going to be trying to update this regularly-ish. It might be a lot smaller in update-wise. Actually, I could quickly as well, as part of this video. I know it's dragging on, but if we just go to Lioness, which of course is my world, and if we speed over, I'll show you what I've done with the bowling one, which will be for a future series. So if we jump over here, there we go. We've got a nice little bowling alley sign here, and you can see I've started to use those pillars a little bit just to try them out. Got some really cool games. This is all from B. Dixon. Got some of those. Whack-a-mole. I've tried to use that wooden one there. Got a kind of cool bar. Blah 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 blah. All this kind of typical stuff. Use the wooden hoppers in these corners, but you can't really tell. So I don't know why I use those. But you know, that's at least giving you some ideas. Also, the redstone now works really well for these, as you can see. But this is coming up on an up-and-coming Let's Build. A pretty short one as well. So hopefully you guys will watch that and check that out and see what you think of that. But anyway, that's it from me. Suggestions as always are always welcome. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this update. I'll see you on the next one.